The original is always better. Just, that is just it. That's where it stops, that's where it ends, and that's, I will not say anymore. Damn it, Disney! It's that time. It's that time. We finally got some new movies coming out. The theaters are back open. Disney Plus has given us the early access of Mulan live action. I actually watched it with my family yesterday, so this is a fresh in-your-face review. Normally I'm psyched up. I talk about all of the amazing things about the film that I've watched, but for some reason I cannot get past this film and how it did not make me feel, rather than how it did make me feel. I could not get the original animation movie out of my head while I was watching it. I was really skeptical about them doing Mulan, especially when they said there was not going to be any Mushu or cricket or any kind of animation. It was going to be true to a legendary story, but then when you actually see the movie, it's a whole other kind of experience. Did find myself going back and forth in the movie saying, oh, they changed this, oh, they changed that, oh my gosh, I wish they would have kept this in there, and that kind of did deflect from me connecting with the movie, unfortunately. This isn't me saying that the movie was awful. There were some actually interesting parts about it. There was really amazing scenes as far as fighting goes, and the little things that did compare to the original animation were actually very funny and a little nostalgic. But to say the least, I was disappointed. There it is. So some things I did enjoy were the connection between Mulan and her father still. That was still there. Unfortunately, it didn't kind of have that stronger impact, especially towards the end, when they're reunited again. There were a lot of choices that Disney made in regards to Mulan, the live action, that I felt were a little bit rushed, a little bit flat, dry. It really had to do with the fact that all those little pieces of the animation from those sidekick characters played a big part in that, and we don't get that as much. We don't have some hilarious little dragon running around with Mulan. We do have a flying phoenix. I thought that was actually interesting when you're thinking about an ancestor kind of ordeal in real life. However, you don't really see phoenixes flying around. Occasionally in the movie you would see this phoenix kind of guiding Mulan in the direction that she needs to go. There is no cricket, actual cricket, but there is a member of the army that groups with Mulan and her other friends whose name is Cricket, and he was a little bit humorous in the film, so we did get some of that lighthearted humor. Now let's talk about the bad guy for a second, because that bad guy, I can't tell you what his real life name is right now, but it almost looks identical, and if you see here versus here, like it's kind of crazy how identical they almost look. So I was actually pretty happy with the casting. I totally spaced out and forgot, in the animated movie he had a bird that guided him, was his eyes, and just was his companion throughout the film, and in the live action he had the same thing, but they took a really weird turn and decided to make the bird into a witch. This played a lot of big key roles in the live action film, and I don't know if they were the best ideas. So I felt like it was almost like a filler to kind of complete the sequence of the story, so that way there was something to talk about that doesn't make it as animated as the animated movie, if that makes any sense. To me, I'm still comprehending it. So premise is still there, the action is still there, the transitioning between one thing to another, from Mulan at the beginning learning to become the bride that she's meant to be, then transitioning into a soldier as her choice to take the place of her father and go to the army for him and help save China, all of China. It was all still the same, just a little bit more dry. Like I said, the female actress who played Mulan, while she embodies the image of her, absolutely, there is so much more that she could have done to make this film even greater. We also do not have the grandma. Instead, we have a younger sister. I do miss the grandma because, again, she was a very humorous character, while we We do have a little bit of humor within the sister-sister relationship between Mulan and her sister. There was no Shang and Mulan. There were the three soldiers that turned out to be her closer friends in the army. They were there. They had some kind of humorous conversations with each other, but that was pretty much it. The Emperor, which was probably one of the most interesting things, was actually played by Jet Li. I think the biggest thing that I took away that was different between the two films was that when you're watching this animated film about this girl who goes into a man's world, is her own kind of woman. She's making all these choices herself and protecting the people that she cares about. She cares so much about her family, and it really, as a female, makes you feel like you can do almost anything. In the live action, they made it a little bit more magical in a sense, where they involved what is known as chi, which is basically taking energy from around you, all things living, the earth, nature, all of that good stuff, and you're equipped with all these amazing skills. Now, in the animation movie, that was not the case. I don't want to take away from the fact that you guys are going to have your own opinions of the film, so I don't want to tell you not to watch the film. I think it's definitely worth watching. Don't get your expectations high up there like I did. I think I had them way too high, but in the back of my mind I always knew that the animated version was always going to be better than the live action version. I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was insightful, especially if you haven't watched the film yet. If you have watched it, please let me know what you thought in the comments down below. I'm actually really interested to hear other people's perspectives. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you're looking forward to seeing more videos coming out very soon. I hope you guys have an amazing week. I will talk to you on the flip side. Bye!